the childbirth just opened some powerhouse in myself that I didn't know existed. My name is Agnes. I'm a mother of 3 daughters. First 2 daughters of mine were born in Latvia. They were born in the public hospital in Latvia. It was the birth in the water. I must say I'm being privileged to have 3 very beautiful birth experience. And I go back to those moments. I just think it's the most beautiful, most powerful time in my life. And my youngest daughter was born in Portugal, and that's the story I want to share. When I was pregnant with my 3rd daughter, I started to see my options in Portugal, where to give the birth. And I was searching for the option to give the birth in the water, as my first 2 experiences were just beautiful, and with all the recovery and everything that went so well. So that was my intention, to find the option in Portugal. So first I would contact hospital of Povoa de Varzim, and we did birth preparation course in this hospital, and we came to do the plan of the birth. That's when I learned about the birth protocol in the hospital, that I would learn that is very different from what I have experienced before, even though I chose the hospital because I was told it's the most, we have the most humanized birth in Portugal. But nevertheless, the birth plan had too much things that I found I'm not sure I can accept. And that's when we went to meet with the midwives. Actually, we contacted the clinic. I thought I can have the birth in the water in this clinic. But then I found out that in Portugal it's only allowed to do the birth in the water in the home, as a home birth. That's when we were giving the contacts of midwives that would assist me in the birth at home in the water. And after meeting with the midwives, I just know that these persons knows what it means to have just a natural, beautiful birth that I believe every woman deserves to have and to experience. I knew that I will have the birth at home with all the, let's say, pressure that it comes in Portugal. So my 3rd daughter was born in our home, and it was, even though my first 2 births were just perfect, and they were in hospital and they were just perfect and beautiful. I remember each and every moment. But when it's at home, it's in your space, and you feel so much connected with your core that I couldn't have in hospital, because I think that's the biggest difference when it's at home, because you are just in the place you have created for yourself, for your family, and that just creates the birth to the level that that's just, I can't describe in the words that feeling, that power it gives you. I had 2 midwives, and even though it was my 3rd birth, when the day came and the contractions started, I was not sure if the contractions are the ones that are the day that have come. And that was so beautiful that I had this person that I have chose. I could call them and explain how I feel and what they think it is and if it's the time. And as the first two times, they would ask me all kind of questions, and then they would just say, "Yes, we will come into that." Gives a big security that for me, in all three births, it's essential to feel secure that there is the person that will support me, that knows, but they also know me and they know how I want to have this. So, yeah, it was beautiful to have my midwife. The moment they would arrive, I started to, because the contractions would start to grow, I would notice that they get more regular and shorter interval. But yeah, I didn't want it to accelerate too much, so I was waiting for the midwives to arrive. And once they arrived, I just to start to walk around the home, because for me to move, to exercise, it's very crucial. And I had also, when I was in hospital, I would just move around and do the squats, and because for me to lie down, I can't lie down. It's very, very hard. So then you are at home, and I could go to the kitchen and do the rounds up and down the stairs, and I would do the squats hanging on the, yeah, on the table, on the kitchen table, and it just was so beautiful to have my husband nearby, very relaxed. And they would be, the midwives would be preparing the pool in our bedroom, and they knew exactly that they need to leave me alone to be in my, to connect with myself, to find that inner strength that all, I think all the women has in those moments, and just let it be. Like when those labor pain comes, that's when I enter in the pool. I always think as the pain and the labor as the flower that needs to open, and I would always imagine this flower in my mind to let it open with that pain, and the water just gives the that soothing, beautiful, I don't know how to say, support for this flower to really open and let it be. And I think that's why my labors, all three, were just really fast. Like my third daughter, it's just emotional. She was born in half an hour, and it was just so. I don't remember any pain. I just remember this beautiful moment that they just born. I can see them. And it's just the most amazing moments that I think as a woman I came here to experience those moments. And the other thing that was just really beautiful was so we were at home, and my third daughter was born in a very early morning before the sunrise. So my oldest daughters were sleeping in the next door, and just with all the labor and the noises that labor brings, they would just sleep. And the oldest daughter would wake up when the baby was already born. Magical look in her eyes, seeing like a miracle that she sees that suddenly there is the baby that came out from the belly that they were waiting so long. Because my oldest daughter was, yeah, she was already 7 years old, And so she already understands some things. We were already preparing both of them, telling that when the baby is born, then the mommy will have some pain and there will be some noise probably, but that's how the babies are born. And yeah, and we were prepared that if it would be during the day, that they would not be at home, like. But if it was in the night, so we were, yeah, they were at home sleeping. And to see the older daughter experience that kind of moment, I think she will remember that for all her life. And the fact that I was, all of us, we were so relaxed there, like just there was pure harmony in the room. I think it also gives her that strength that even if she will decide any day or not to be a mother, she has this experience that it's something very beautiful, and in this kind of setup that everybody are calm, nobody is, I don't know, like stressed and cleaning and cutting and doing things. That I think that was also something very. I'm very happy that she had that moment. My wish is that all the women that are expecting babies could have this kind of experience, that they are truly present. They feel every moment of their the process, and they together with the baby decide when is that moment they want to meet, because that's when we feel how powerful we are. And for me, the childbirth just opened some powerhouse in myself that I didn't know exist. I was before I had my kids. I think I was living on let's say half battery or something. And when you give the birth, you understand and you feel how powerful you are if if you can experience the process on full and in all the beauty it is. Yeah, it's my wish for all the women that they are in charge of that process, and it's just very beautiful if you can experience it on your own without anybody telling you how to be, where you need to be, when you need to do it, on what you need to do it, but do it when you want and how do you want it. And just have that person next to you in case you need it. But actually, we don't need, just need to have that safety feeling um, that we are supported. Yeah.
Please like, subscribe, and share so these videos reach more women.